Welcome to another episode of Men And A BERNINA. We hope you enjoyed the last one. Today we are going to learn some quilting terminology and hopefully come out of this a little smarter than when we started last time. So the rules and the gimmick of today is Anita will give us questions. We'll have 10 seconds to answer those questions by drawing them on these little whiteboards. For every question we get right, we get 1 point. And at the end, the winner is claimed not the dumbest. So enjoy it. I know we will. I'm ready to learn something. Well, let's get started.
Definitely not the smartest.
Me?
No, the winner definitely not the smartest.
Oh.
Just not the dumbest.
Yeah, the winner will be deemed the smartest.
That's how that works, I think.
Okay, so there's a couple of rules today, okay? So you get 10 seconds to answer the question. Write it on your board. There's going to be a buzzer that goes off, and then you show me your answer. And whoever gets the answer right gets a tally mark. Okay?
For clarification, we're not playing hangman?
No hangman. Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to start out with an easy question, okay? This is a true or false question. It is better to machine quilt on the bias first and then on the grain last.
What's a bias?
That's yeah, we don't know that.
You got 10 seconds, man.
Oh, we got 10 seconds. Question, bias and then grain.
Okay, so you do not want to machine quilt on the bias first. The bias is the diagonal. We'll say diagonal.
Diagonal.
Okay, so
bias and diagonal.
that way, and you don't want it to stretch as you're starting to quilt it.
I'm ready for another one.
I think that's a bias question.
Looks can be deceiving.
Okay. Selvage runs parallel to what grain in the fabric? The warp or the weft? You are all wrong.
Not the weft?
Selvage runs parallel to the warp, lengthwise.
A 2-year-old come up with that name?
What?
To the weft, to the weft.
Well, I kind of feel like Elmer Fudd.
Yeah, don't take points
Must
from
have
it.
taken a
weft on the
whiff
white.
ton at Albuquerque.
Taking yours away from you. Are we ready? How about this one? What town is considered the quilting capital of the world? Is it Houston, Texas, Lowell, Massachusetts, Kutztown, Pennsylvania, or Paducah, Kentucky?
Oh, yeah. I got this.
You got 10 seconds. And Michael's answer is Pud.
Pud.
KY.
You got
KY.
Quiltman. I got equipment. You got,
Quiltman was not one of the options.
It should have been.
So Michael is right. It is Paducah, Kentucky. Pretty sure Michael couldn't spell Paducah, so that's why he put P.
Head.
It's only about 14 acres big.
Hey, don't hate on Michael. This isn't a spelling bee.
Okay, I think Sean's going to get this one right. We'll see.
Anybody want to take bets?
It's a yes or no question, okay? This is not hard. Does bobbin tension vary with the type of thread used? Yes or no?
We have a timer.
did you not flip it? Oh,
We have a timer.
Well,
right?
in Jeopardy, do they flip it before?
I don't know.
Oh, who cares?
Maybe.
This is my answer.
Okay. Yeah.
This is
Yes.
Yeah.
And you're all right. I'm so proud of you.
Gang.
I'm on the board.
Making the catch up.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, he's on the board.
Michael's winning, guys. What does the quilting term loft mean? Does it mean batting, puffiness, puckering of fabric when quilting, the thread count in quilters cotton, or another term for a quilt guild?
Guys, hear me out. We should have a quilt guild.
What would we call it?
We should make one of those. Well, I answer B.
Okay, so Sean is right. It's referring to the thickness of the batting that's inside. What finger is a thimble most commonly worn on? The middle finger of your sewing hand or the middle finger of the opposite of your sewing hand?
Got it.
Okay. Which hand is that, Weston?
I don't know.
Correct answer.
Okay.
It's not.
You're all wrong.
That's the middle finger.
I'm gonna give it to Weston though because he didn't specify. It goes on the middle finger of your sewing hand.
It's not Pictionary.
That is the middle finger.
If you're right-handed, it goes on the middle finger of your right hand.
That's what I thought. That's because you're pushing the needle through and you're grabbing it, right?
The only exception to that would be if you're quilting on a quilting rack and you're in the middle of it and you're trying to reach under.
That was bias.
No, that was the weft.
Not lofty.
That was the
That was the weft.
the left hand.
The weft.
I'm going to give it to Weston though. Never say I'm not generous. How many layers does a basic quilt have and what are they called?
Only 10 seconds for this?
Yes, hurry.
Lord.
Yes, hurry. My 6-year-old knows this answer if it makes you feel better.
That looks like a hot dog. That one's called, I was trying to draw a picture. That's the batting.
That's what it's called.
Okay, so some of y'all are
Top and bottom.
some right. Okay, but it's actually the top, the batting, and the backing.
Oh,
The
I
back.
got the front.
How did I
didn't get
forget the
top.
back?
we don't get points.
I got
Gosh.
2/3 of it correct. That's more than 50%.
Here's an easy one. I bet everybody gets this one right. Don't disappoint me. How do quilters cut fabric? Okay, what tool do quilters use to cut fabric? Okay, it's not asking if they cut it while they're laying down or if they're standing up. But what tool do they use?
That one was so scary. It spooked me.
It's a rotary cutter.
And?
Shears is for garment sewing.
No,
Shears is for sheeps, boy.
What? Yeah. We learned about shears earlier.
Yeah.
We did.
The sheer stupidity.
And Sean has pet a sheep before, so
I have
He
pet a
has
sheep
pet a
before.
sheep.
I will accept pictures.
You will
right.
accept pictures.
Okay, I will accept pictures.
Okay. Does finger painting count?
What is a fat quarter?
We don't have a timer on this one. Yeah, we do.
Okay. It looks like that at the end.
Yeah. You're all right. Good job. What is the standard seam allowance for quilts?
I wrote this so ugly, but I don't want to rewrite it because I don't know if I'm going to be able to rewrite it fast enough.
Seam allowance for quilts.
That's too much.
Yes, yes. No, that's garments. We're going to make a garment sewer out of you.
Yeah! I want to make clothes.
I want to make clothes too.
But I've heard it's not
And I know.
always technically a 1/4 of an inch, though.
Sometimes it's a scant 1/4 of an inch.
a scant
Scant.
quarter.
Scantily
Scant
quartered
quarter.
inches.
That means that you get close enough to the 1/4 inch line that you can breathe on
That
it
was
but
my
not touch
problem
it.
with laying flooring.
But even
Was it slightly more or slightly less than a inch?
Slightly less.
Slightly less. Okay.
so now I figured out why it's called a scant quarter.
What does the abbreviation PhD mean to a quilter? You have a few seconds.
I know. I don't.
It's a doctorate degree. It means that to everybody.
I'm gonna erase a point for all of y'all. Nobody even tried.
It means
Where'd
that
you
to
put?
They smart.
They smart. Okay, so we got kind of the same vibe. It means that to everybody, so therefore it also means that to quilters.
PhD.
It means project half done.
Oh. Okay.
I knew that. I was just testing you.
Another term is UFO,
UFO.
You finish.
Unfinished
unfinished object,
object.
Unfinished object.
UFP.
unfinished project.
I like UFO better.
Y'all see how good I am at this? What is finger pressing? A technique used in creative half square triangles. B, part of a sewing machine's presser foot. C, using your finger to press a seam without an iron. Or D, traditional stitch used in hand sewing.
I don't know, guys. I think finger pressing might be when you press with your finger.
I agree, but apparently we're
Why
wrong.
don't, why don't we all try a different letter and see who's right?
Okay, I'll guess
take-
C.
I'll take C.
No, I got C. You got to change.
Okay, so C is correct.
Yes.
Is it?
Okay, you know what? I'll take it.
Your machine's presser foot though.
Why'd you give me a high five?
How
You
about
put B.
okay, how about this? Let's do like a one-finger high five.
So what does C say?
High one, Sean. Come on, don't leave me hanging.
Finger press.
Finger press.
C said using your finger to press the seam open without an iron.
So it was the. Oh.
I'm not
Quilters like to keep it simple. I mean,
Except when they
unless
don't.
you're talking about scant quarters
Or PhDs.
or PhDs
or UFOs.
or UFOs.
Or yeah, most things.
Confusing yourselves. How often should you change the needle on your sewing machine? Watch, one of them will say every 6 months.
Hold on, I'm not done running.
Every 8,000 miles.
Now let's change the oil.
Oh.
Okay, well you're kind
What's a COA?
Clean oil or adjust.
People agree that it should be after every project, or some say every few hours of sewing.
I did it.
Good job.
So
I'm proud of
So
you.
did we both get a?
So technically, it's all subjective. Whenever you want to.
Yeah, because quilters like to keep it simple,
Stupid.
Except when they don't.
except when they don't.
Are y'all listening?
Yes,
Maybe.
ma'am.
Sometimes.
What does the presser foot do on a sewing machine? Please impress me with your answer. This boy said up, down, up, down.
It's a
Down.
Okay, so technically Sean described it correctly. It holds the fabric.
said it presses fabric. It's
I'll take it presses fabric. Yeah.
I thought it was the foot pedal thing.
It does go up, down, but that's not
not
why
the
it's
presser
on
foot.
there. Are you talking about the thing on the floor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not the presser foot,
When
doll.
you
It's
press
not the
your
presser
foot on it, I thought it was.
you know he makes a good point.
You're technically you're correct.
Sean's in charge of pressing the pedal on the floor.
Ooh. That means we're all equally dumb.
Just don't touch my foot, okay?
Why not?
And y'all are all tied. I feel like this is too easy for you guys.
What are you talking about? You've asked like 20 questions and we've gotten like 50% right.
What tool would you use if you make a mistake sewing?
I'm trying like. I drew a chainsaw.
You're all right.
Might come down.
Can't we all be
sudden-
winners?
Nope.
No participation pro trophies here.
Okay.
Y'all ready?
It's a big boy world. Yes. Yeah.
How often should you replace a rotary cutter blade? What was that face Sean made? Often-ish.
Often-ish. Yeah. Pretty self-explanatory.
Sean, you're actually right.
I think you should change your rotary blades when Stitch in Heaven runs a great flash sale on rotary blades.
You change your rotary blades when it starts to skip.
Yeah.
Blade skip?
They skipped to Malou.
Fabric, just like rocks on water. Oh, this is a fun one. Let's see if anybody knows this. What is the expected lifespan of cotton?
Nothing like the genie in Aladdin, though.
Answers. You're all right.
Yes.
I asked Janet last week.
What did y'all learn?
Yeah, you did.
Where you pick up your fiddle and you pick up your bow.
The word quilt is derived from what language? German, Latin, or French?
We.
We don't know.
That's French.
I get excited.
Weston is right. It's Latin.
Dang.
Really?
I put it in parentheses though.
But it's Latin.
Or hi, yeah. Ik Payatinlay.
Way Yamahama way.
What were early sewing needles made of?
Early metal. Think about it. They would go through like leather,
Oh, you're right.
You're right. You're wrong. What month is National Sewing Month?
Oh, wow.
Yes, yes. No. What happened? You look like you just Nickelodeon slimed your board. And Sean.
The reason I know that was
This is multiple choice. What country is the oldest known quilt from? China, Egypt, India, or colonial America? Michael's right.
Ooh,
Egypt.
okay.
Hey, mummies don't count, okay?
That makes sense.
Your mummy counts. My mummy.
Okay, y'all didn't do good with the true or false the first time around, so we're going to do another one.
We only got a
true.
50% chance of getting it wrong.
Quilted material was used as a protective armor during the Crusades. True or false?
Oh.
Probably true.
Can you turn your board? Yes, 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 it's true.
We weren't sure because we weren't there.
I don't think that's an answer.
It's probably true.
Probably true.
That sounds reasonable.
I'm not quite sure.
I was in the Crusades.
What is your
I
name?
would want some quilted armor.
Probably Wes.
Oh, I don't even know if y'all know what this is. What is missing from a summer quilt? And if one of you puts the winter, I'm going to strangle you.
What?
Bruh.
Batting?
The fun? Batting?
You are right.
I was just literally guessing. Thank you.
Because it's a summer quilt.
Oh, because you want it thin. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we weren't
batting and
using
batting
our dome
cages
piece
are out of
at
them.
all.
Oh, I thought it was like a type of quilt, not one
It is a
for
type of quilt.
season.
It's a type of quilt for a season.
Okay. Okay. See, you learned something.
You were thinking about colors.
I was.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. What is the average age of quilters today? 59, 73, 62, or 48? Yes, no, yes.
Yes. I think.
Oh, sorry.
48
Plus 12. That's still not the right answer.
I grew up in that Common Core math.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I declare someone.
What is the technique of stitching fabric shapes onto a foundation block called? Applique, hand piecing, sewing, or embellishing? Are you asking me or is that your answer?
Well, that's the answer. They're just like, what is A?
Oh, that's how
Applique.
This ain't Jeopardy.
What is embellishing?
Embellishing.
Yeah.
Applique. I forgot how to spell applique.
Okay, what are the scissors called that cut a zigzag edge? A, shears, B, twisted, C, pinking, D, scissors.
That question needs to go to the weft.
I'm loving the looks on everybody's faces.
You're putting me in a bind.
Just because I have no idea what it is.
Pinking.
Yes!
Yep. Nice. With the color.
I'm so glad that was multiple choice.
Thinking, yeah.
Well, Sean and Weston are tied. What is the name for the process of finishing a quilt's edge? Edging, sewing, binding, or basting?
Ooh, she threw it.
Now you're making me hungry, Anita. It's not Thanksgiving yet.
What is binding?
It's not Thanksgiving, but you're a turkey.
Ah.
Until that joke, I was so proud of all of y'all.
I got a joke for you, Anita.
I'm sure you do. Sean's joke book will be coming out later next year. Stay tuned.
Do you know how to catch an elephant? Okay, so what you got to do is you got to go out in the woods. You got to dig a really big hole, right? And you take you got to take a bunch of wood and you put it in this hole. Once you get all the wood in the hole, you got to burn it, right? So you got a bunch of ashes at the bottom of this hole now. And you got to go to the store. Once you go to the store, you got to get a bag of peas. You go back to the hole, you sprinkle these peas around this hole. So whenever the elephant comes to take a pee, you kick it in the asshole.
Sorry. That's not the direction I thought it was going.
I was so confused. I thought we were off on some Winnie the Pooh and the Heffalump tour or something with that joke. I didn't know. Okay.
Now you're more educated. We've exchanged information.
I think he gets 2 points taken for that story.
Moving along. What is it called when you stitch over another stitch? A, back stitching. B, sewing back. C, restitching. D, reverse stitch.
Steez on this one. Boom!
What'd you say?
You don't get to know.
The timer went off.
Oh, you're right.
Michael, what is it a picture of?
Back stitching. It's going.
It looks like a pair of sunglasses.
Well, you're all correct, although that picture's not correct. It's a thought that counts, though.
Well, they didn't call me an artist, so.
What is the basic unit of a quilt called? Block, backing, foundation, or piece? You're right. Okay, this last one, I'm not giving you any multiple choices.
Winning.
Sean and Weston are tied.
So no one's winning.
Do I have a chance to win?
No.
Let's make this one more full.
One left.
Oh, there's one
What do
left?
you mean by every
There's
question?
one left.
One left?
So 4 points for this one?
Let's do it.
Sure, why not? 4 points for this one. What is the technique of decorating with stitching? What's the technique called?
Three, two, one.
I should not have done that.
None of you were right. Yes. What does yours say?
Applique again, even though I knew it wasn't it.
Yeah, even though
Embroidery.
Oh,
Like on our fancy Bernina machines. Have y'all seen our fancy Bernina machines?
I've seen one or two.
I don't know about you.
We're going to have to do a tiebreaker because two of us are tied. This question is going to be worth 5 points.
So I can still win.
You still win if you try really hard. When we were buying things for the new store that we opened last year, where was Miss Deb's favorite place to shop? It's still her favorite place to shop when we have furniture that we need to get.
Feel like this was a biased question because I was not even present.
Oh, she still shops there, so don't even.
Ready?
You're both right.
You know why? Because I'm the one that purchased it.
Boom!
I feel like, yeah, that was biased.
You know the funny thing
That was
is the only
very
reason I knew is because you told me the other day.
Sean is our winner.
I am the least dumb of the three of us.
I hope so. You're
You
the
get
quilt shop
the
manager.
worst draft.
Okay, everyone. So Sean is officially an expert on quilting. So feel free to ask him any questions.
Please don't.
What's the weft again, Sean? I forgot.
Opposite of the white.
And ask for me if you come in to ask him that, because I want to watch.
Hey, well, thank y'all again for joining us this week on 3 Men And A Bernina. I think we had fun. Learned a few things. We look forward to seeing you next week as we go through and try to find our first project. It should be fun. Thank you. See you again.